Now, have you been trading liquidity sweeps the wrong way? I need you to pay detailed attention to this particular strategy that gives me over 85% win rate. Now, how do we do it? It's very simple. Observe that you need to see a break of structure confirming that the trend is bearish, and then all of a sudden you see this spike up, sweep up all liquidity, low risk buy, and then begin to sell back to the lows. Now, if this strategy amazes you, or if this strategy interests you, stay to the end of this video, don't go nowhere. So right about now, I'm about to show you how I take my entries. This is a liquidity sweep strategy. Now, the first things first is to ensure that we understand we are in a bearish trend or in a what? Bullish trend. In this scenario, I want to make sure that we are actually in a bearish trend. So you can see my BOS, my break of structure. You can see my inducement somewhere here. I'm just going to tag this. It's my what? My inducement. So I'm going to put this IND. So inducement is right there. And then suddenly we have a spike here. I'm going to illustrate this with an arrow mark down so that you see it clearly. Now, this spike usually it clears out buy side liquidity. Buy side what? Liquidity. Now, the moment buy side is cleared out, and then we begin to form some fair value gaps right here. When price taps into this fair value gap, that is where we are convinced that it's a liquidity sweep, because the momentum price is going to use to pull price to the downside is usually going to be very high. All right, so we're going to see price do something like this, come down, tap into what fair value gaps here due to the high volatility of price action. So when price taps into a fair value gap here, a low risk buy, then creates another what breakup structure, creates another BOS, then we can now begin to sell either from this breaker block or this other block right here. But me, I like to take my entries from this breaker block because we already have a low risk buy. Now, what is going to confirm my breaker block entry is very simple. I'm going to show you right now. If I begin to see fair value gaps here again, I'll take my entry from here, fair value gaps from here, if I begin to see it. So I'm going to show you a real life example on how this is schematic one on how to take this entry. Show you right now. Community members are smashing it with this strategy. Now, look at this high here. This is schematic one, right? Look at this high, guys. Look at this high. This high was purged. How do we know it was purged? By the strategy I just gave you just now, the illustration. So this was definitely purged. Look at this high here. It's a high that was purged, right? It's a high that was purged. Now, we're going to know that it was purged because we came back here, tapped into what? Some sort of fair value, and then began to what? Move to the downside. If you put it on a lower time frame now, you're going to see fair values I'm talking about. All right, so we tapped into some sort of fair value here, and then boom to the downside. Same thing that happened here. Same thing has happened here. This was where I got my entry from. All right, so where I got my entry from. You see this? Tapped into a fair value here, and then move all the way to the downside, guys. This is my fair value gap. It's small, but very effective. How about fair value here? Price just did what? Tap into what? This fair value gap, and immediately price started to rally. So I'm going to sell this market all the way down to this point. I'm selling it all the way down here. Selling it all the way down to this point. It's a swing trade. All right, so you can see this, take advantage of this. This is APT USDT. Now, I want to show you another schematic that works. Liquidity sweep. This is going to be on launch coin. I think this would be my favorite coin right now because this coin follows this very, very well. This coin is something else, guys. It's just something else. I'm taking my TP here already. Taking my TP1. So I'm waiting for my TP2, TP3. So what do we want to see? Like I always say, we want to ensure that price is in the downtrend. How do we confirm that price is in the downtrend? We want to see break of structure. Good. So I have one break of structure right here. And then we want to see massive fair value gap, very massive one. Let's put this on 1 hour time frame now. I want to see a massive fair value gap and an inducement. This is the inducement. Price came back here, enticing traders to take a short. So this is going to be our inducement. So the moment we see this, inducement swept out completely. This is a clear indication that price wants to start what? Moving to the downside. Now, how do we know? This is a sweep of liquidity. We're sweeping the inducement right now into fair value gap. So this is schematic 2. Remember, schematic 1, we did not sweep into fair value gap at first. It was the retest that went into a fair value gap. But now we are sweeping buy side into fair value gap. Right? So we're sweeping buy side now, which is this inducement. Buy side. Sweeping buy side liquidity into inducement. Into fair value gap, sorry. All of these guys right here is a fair value gap, very wide. Now you see it, and this trade is 98% reliable because we are sweeping liquidity into a fair value gap. All right, now, how do we take this entry? Then we now wait for price to what? Come back into our fair value gap like schematic 1. Wait for price to what? Come back here into fair value gap. Right? And then make a huge rally to the downside. Make a very what? Huge rally to the downside. Now, guess what price did here? Immediately price came down. Immediately price came down. We went up again to sweep this one more time. It usually happens. All right, we came back to sweep here one more time. So here is now acting as the inducement for this liquidity sweep. This point here is now acting as what? Inducement. Came back to sweep it one more time. You see how we swept it very what? Slightly. So that's acting as our inducement, and then price just took out that guy right there. So could have gotten into this trade from here, say from somewhere here, just stop, just right above here. It's already a protected high. Here's a protected high, so price won't go beyond that. And then drive price all the way down, 1 to 4. 1 to 4 is the reward achieved, and then I bail out of the trade. And if I want to take this trade further down, I can also sell. I can also take my last take profit at this level. So guys, this is it for liquidity sweep strategy. Now I want to introduce you guys to an amazing Forex trading platform where you can actually trade all your can actually trade all your forex pairs, right? It's an amazing platform you have here, the best trading platform for all your forex, crypto indices, and of course metals and commodities. This is tradewheel.com. The link is going to be in the description of this video. They offer the most amazing spreads in the market, I kid you not, and give a cashback upon your first deposit you make. So whenever you make a deposit, you're going to get a cashback of over 100% of your deposit. This is reality. This is not fake. All right. They've been in the game for quite a very long time. You can just go ahead and check them out. Check everything concerning CFDs. All right. There's contrast for difference on margin. They have a lot of them. You can see all the tools here you're going to be needing for trading, your calculator to calculate your pips and everything using this strategy. It works. It truly works. All right. So basically, that is it for TradeWheel. Amazing platform. So guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. I'll be dropping it pretty soon. Stick around, don't go nowhere. This is MJ Crypto.